Thank you all for coming here. My name is Horsley. Basically, I'm here to encourage everyone to become involved in our county government. It's the lack of involvement by our citizens that has literally caused the situation in which we're in. I'm not sure how many of you have actually been at meetings. Not many faces do I recognize. I have not been here this last couple of months because of the Cave Jump to Lions Club and the car show. But my idea is to create more jobs. The more jobs we have in this county, the less crime we're going to have. It's just the way economics work. When there are no jobs, there is more crime. So if we can create more jobs, we can definitely make a difference as far as the crime rates are concerned. As far as the new ONC Act is concerned, if we would just uphold and enforce the old ONC Act, there would be no arguments. There wouldn't be people labeled as environmentalists, because those people are actually your neighbors, your friends, and your loved ones. And these people are living next to forests that are being poisoned by the timber industry, and that's causing a big increase in medical problems. Another issue that we need to deal with is the jail. If the jail is being used by Grants Pass and by the state actually laying their burden on us, then that's something that should be either taken over by the state or have them pitch in to pay for their use of it and increase Grants Pass's influx of money, because they need to also be responsible for their use of the jail. I know that they pitched in a little, but when it costs $3.4 million to run that jail, then we need to do something different. That's my point. We need to make changes at the county level and do something different. We need to make this county work for us. We need to make sure that it does listen to what it is that we need as citizens. So my hope is that everyone will see that there is an opportunity here to make great things happen. All we have to do is get involved. I really appreciate the time you've given me here today, and I hope to see things work well.
What do you think is the appropriate role for county government in economic development?
It seems as if the county government has done a lot to actually impede the progress of new jobs. Fire Mountain Gym used to actually live in the Illinois Valley, so did Krause Toys, but for some reason the planning department didn't like the idea of them expanding out there in the Illinois Valley, which brought a lot of people that used to work out there here into Grants Pass. I know that was very good for Grants Pass, but what about the outlying areas? We need to do something about that, because the jobs here are the key to everything in this county. I know a lot of people don't appreciate the marijuana business here, but there is a product that's going to waste. It's called hemp. Those stalks can be turned into a job. Instead of inviting other jobs in, we can create jobs here that actually improve our situation with our citizens being involved. We can also increase our public transportation system. And that's the whole point. Make our government work for us and stop impeding our progress. I don't know what it is that anybody else has an idea to do, but we should do it.
The problem we're having with the ringing microphones will largely be solved if everybody just stays seated while giving their answers rather than standing up, okay? Okay.
And I'm going to take this in a little different direction now. Should Josephine County ban medical marijuana dispensaries?
No, I don't think we should ban dispensaries. I think what the state is asking is a little out of line. $4,000 for a business license when it's usually $55 for 2 years for a business license, and the requirements the state is actually asking for a marijuana dispensary. Not even the pharmacy has to comply with those laws, which doesn't make any sense because they actually provide much more dangerous drugs. Ritalin, Xanax, these kind of drugs that people can get freely from their doctors. So, it doesn't make any sense to me that we actually ban something that grows naturally here on this planet. It should be legalized all the way around. And the United States is one of the only countries in the world that does not grow industrial hemp. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This is something that is beneficial to all. And there is plenty of evidence out there that proves that the human race has been utilizing this plant for thousands of years. And I just don't understand why it is that we continue to deny ourselves access to jobs.
We're going to talk about something just a little more softer. So, do you support the proposed property tax increase to support the county animal shelter?
No, I believe that we can actually restructure our county government where we can actually provide ourselves with our necessities. There are things that, it's like at this economic time, there's no reason why we should have a county forester on payroll. If we need to utilize a forester, we can go to the BLM or even to the Forest Service and have them provide us with the service that's necessary. To have a forester on full-time makes no sense. I believe that we can, through lowering wages, because there are people in this county that make $60 an hour with their benefit package. Even when I was working in San Francisco as a pile driver, did I not make $42 an hour with my benefit package? This is not Portland, this is not San Francisco, this is Josephine County. We have to get a little bit more realistic about what it is that we can afford. And I'm just asking that our county employees recognize that and kind of give a little, thank you.
I'm going to take one of the questions from the audience. I'm going to read it verbatim. How does your work experience make you qualified to manage Josephine County's multi-million-dollar budget?
I've never run a business, but I do know how to balance a budget. I do own my home outright. It's because I know how to actually recognize when hard times are coming and prepare myself for them. And that's why it takes more than just 3 people to actually run a county government. It takes department heads, it takes the community making the hard decisions, and I will do my best to make it work. And I would do everything to make sure that the money that comes into this county actually increases. That's the reason for creating jobs. The budget that we have now is stretched to the limit, I do agree, and there are things that can be changed. But right now, we're kind of at a standstill because nobody is willing to make a difference in what's going on here. I understand that hiring 9 replacements was a good idea, but at a time when we're dealing with economic plight, why would you hire 9 people at this point?
Okay, we'll now give each candidate 2 minutes, since this is the most important issue in the county on this ballot, to present their own ideas for public safety.
We've become addicted to, or at least our justice system has become addicted to people being put into jail. Do you know that someone doing home detention pays $45 a day to have a bracelet put on their ankle? And basically, so that's no cost to the jail system. Also, they can do work release. That's also then going home, then going to public service. That's another way. We can also reduce the cost of putting people in jail by having a rehab like Klamath County does. They've actually decreased the amount of meth users by actually implementing a rehabilitation program that gets them off of drugs instead of in the jail. It's a temporary tax, and that's just it. We continue to pay, and we get less and less because prices keep going up and up and up. We've got to come up with different solutions to make this work. There are the neighborhood watch groups that will help our sheriff's department to lessen crime. There are town hall meetings so people can actually get together and pinpoint where our hot spots are. Our sheriff's department can work and does work closer with our neighborhood watch groups. We can make a difference in improving our crime rates, and the most important thing is creating jobs. I don't know about you, but we've got the levy for the jail. We've got the levy for the animal shelter. We've also got the library coming up. We've also, it's just more and more every time. We've got to come up with different solutions. Thank you, Samantha. There is one big solution: create jobs. There is a way to stop crime. People don't have jobs, commit crime so they can eat. We have to start relying on each other. We have to become a community again and start taking care of each other. I really think we can make this happen.
All right. Most of the candidates tonight have voiced not only opposition to the jail levy, they voiced strong opposition to the levy. My question to you and the rest of the candidates tonight is, if the levy passes and yet you're elected, what are you going to do about it?
I have to agree assignment. It is voted in, I'm voted as commissioner. What else could I do? If that's what the people want, that's what would happen with it. But it's a temporary fix, once again. Working with the Sheriff's Department to, I say, make sure that the funds that are coming in for that short period of time are utilized in the best manner possible, and making sure that there is a fix afterwards. Like I said, like Mr. Witcher said, get the state to take over the responsibility of the jail. It would take a huge burden off of us. It would put more money in the Sheriff's Department. This temporary fix is not a good idea. I don't like the idea of taking children that are in a bad place and putting them in a juvenile justice center. It's juvenile hall. It's not where you put foster children. Some of these foster homes are not where you put children either. That's very correct. And there's a lot of children that have been taken from homes that never should have been taken from homes. But once again, the state is addicted to these funds.
We're going to go ahead and have the closing summations now. We'll do 1 minute on them.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I've actually had quite a lot of fun. I hope you have too. I'm really hoping that we can all pull together and make something wonderful happen here in this county. It's going to take all of us to make a difference. Our little communities, our big communities, it doesn't matter. Whether it's your friends, your family, or just your neighbors, we are important to each other, and we need to pull together to make things happen in the right way for all of us. This is extremely important that we do something different. What we've been doing in this county for a long time, it's come to an end. We're running out of timbers. Mining our way out of the solution will only last for a short period of time. We have to come up with new solutions, and we can do that. We have intelligent and creative human beings in this county, and I believe that we can make something great happen here. Please join me in doing so. I really need your help. Thank you very much.